Greetings YouTube, Dova19 here, and I have a question for you all. Should you trust people on the internet? Now, maybe. Some people may have some valuable things to say. Well, here's another question. Should you trust people on the internet with your money? Well, the obvious answer should be no. But a surprising amount of people do actually trust people, especially on YouTube, with their money. And usually it's not directly, you do have those people who try to go to YouTubers directly to get financial advice from them. But most of it is indirectly, and a surprising amount of it is through the stock market, through pumps and dumps. And I'm not going to be talking too heavily on pumps and dumps here. I'm more going to be talking about people who essentially try to take advantage of people who don't know any better. And I'm going to show you a clip here, and maybe even a couple clips actually, and let me know what you think about them.
So we just discussed where we should be in 3 years. Let me put that in numbers. I think we'll be at 5 million cars, so that's 3 times what we have now, close to it. The energy will then add 20%, not 6%. FSD will add 10%. So sales will be at 350 billion. Just told you we were at 100 billion now, 350 billion in 3 years for 45 billions of profits. Keep that in mind when we move to year 5.
Not financial advice.
I want to just point out, energy will at one point be as big as cars, so we have to get there. So with all that, we will have sales of 800 billion, so year 5 is really consequential, and more than 100 billion of profits.
Not financial advice.
Not financial advice, ever.
Very good. Catching up now.
It's just a crazy Tesla boomer mama.
It is. Yeah.
So that brings us to 6 trillion of sales and 3 trillion of profit, because now we are at a 50% profit margin through software as a service. So there we go. I'm going to get so much heat next week from you, you have no idea. Let's discuss.
Not financial.
I am done.
So who stands to gain from knocking Tesla or SpaceX or any of those companies down a peg? And the answer is almost every other company in the Fortune 500, because they're disrupting energy across the board, power generation, automotive, labor, drivers, shippers. It is everybody, and they all stand to benefit. So my lesson there, not financial advice, I guess,
No.
hold, because the noise can only stay loud for so long before the reality drowns it out.
Exactly.
Right, so did you catch it? Did you catch anything strange about, or what's so similar about all these clips that I showed you? Well, during this entire seminar, and mind you, this is a seminar where a bunch of financial YouTubers get together, and there are actually people attending the seminar, like in the seats, in person, listening to these people. And this is why I'm saying that a surprising amount of people do trust people on the internet with their money. Well, if you didn't catch it, in these clips, they always say this is not financial advice. And this is how they get you. They try to act like your friend, they try to act, oh, I'm just like you, I started from the bottom. I didn't make it big until I started doing this with the stock market, or I started investing in this, and I'm going to show you how to do it too, through my X $100 course that you can purchase online. Well, honestly, you probably shouldn't trust, well, I'm not saying you shouldn't trust anybody on the internet, but you got to realize that there's a big disconnect between you and somebody on the internet. And it's not just the internet that disconnects you. There's the camera in between, there's the lens, and then there's mindset. There's the mindset of these people, of what they want to get out of you. The reason that they keep saying that this is not financial advice, even though they're clearly, explicitly giving financial advice.
My lesson there, not financial advice, I guess,
No.
hold, because the noise can only stay loud for so long before the reality drowns it out.
Exactly.
They want to cover their asses. Now, you see, you got to realize that liability is a huge thing in all aspects of business, or in all businesses. So, what is the purpose of a business? For me, the purpose of a business is to separate your personal self from the product or service you deliver as possible. And why would I want to do that? I want the credit, right? Like, I want to be credited for making or providing the service or product. Well, there's a thing, liability. So if somebody sues you personally, they can sue you for everything you've got. But if you have a company in front of you, they can sue that company in your stead. And whatever that company has is up for grabs, and none of your personal items are. So that's just me explaining liability. So why am I talking about liability? Well, these financial YouTubers keep saying this is not financial advice. And why? Well, it's just like I explained. They don't want to be sued. They don't want to put up everything that they got for risk. So why even do this at all? Well, it's because there's money in it, you know? There's money in telling people what they want to hear, saying they can make it big, rich, just like me by doing what I did. When in reality, a lot of these financial YouTubers make money off courses that they sell, which is typically just entry level, basic level stock and business advice. I would highly recommend just going to business school at that point, because there you're getting education from accredited teachers, instructors. But YouTube is easier, right? Like, YouTube is easier, and it's more convenient, and it's cheaper than going to university. You know, I could just load up my phone, search up financial advice, and there will be tens of hundreds of YouTubers that are available to give me financial advice. So why do they do it? It's because there's money in it. And the reason that every single financial YouTuber will say this is not financial advice is because they don't want to essentially put their money where their mouth is. You know, it's all fun and games when you're making money, essentially preying on the ignorance and well, basically people who don't know any better. I just wanted to leave you all on that. I just wanted to educate you all, and you know, maybe you already knew this, but I just wanted to bring awareness to it. Don't get scammed online. Really, honestly, know what companies you're investing. You need to research the companies you're investing. And this is another thing that stock pickers they say is they always say, remember, you need to do your own due diligence. You need to do this. And they essentially give up all the responsibility. They relieve all the responsibility onto the viewer when they know for a fact. And you know, you can say, oh, they didn't know. No, they know that you're going to go purchase this regardless of what advisories they give you, because they're promoting it. You got to understand, YouTube is not a financial business space. It is in terms if you have a channel. All in all, it's entertainment, you know. I don't typically go on YouTube in order to learn things, although it is a handy tool in doing that. I typically go on YouTube just to find things to entertain me. So, and Chris Norland says this too. You know, I'm referencing a lot. I am rehashing some of what he says, but you know, I do look up to him, and he's kind of what inspired me to make this video. So, be wary, guys. Be careful, and keep your money safe. Keep it close to you, close to your chest. All right. I'll catch you on the next video. See ya.